Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some NBA with the hundreds and hundreds of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to get into this. I've been saying it in a few videos, but I thought, why not make a video on it because it's looking more and more realistic as the games go by, as the team plays more games. Um, the Golden State Warriors are 12-0. They are dominant. They are winning all kinds of ways. They're winning blowouts. They're winning close games. They're beating some good teams so far. They got some tough games coming up. They got a back-to-back starting tomorrow, or I should say by the time this video comes out, today against the Clippers, and then the following day against the Bulls. So that's going to be a really tough back-to-back. And should they remain undefeated on that, then they're going to be really hard. Then we're going to know just how good they are. But what I wanted to really talk about and kind of camp out on is, do the Warriors have what it takes to win 70 games this year? I know 72 is the mark by the 96 Bulls, so we're not going to sit here and say that the Warriors are going to go 72-10. But can they be the first team since the Bulls to win 70 games in the regular season? And when you ask that question, why not? The Warriors have everything it takes to win that amount of games in the regular season now. Obviously, the ultimate goal is to win a championship, a second straight championship. But, things like this make your team from when you can have this kind of when you can have that level of regular season dominance along with the championship, being a back-to-back champion, that takes your team to legendary status. And I think that's the type of team the Warriors can be. They have the potential to do that if, number one, they stay healthy, and number two, they can just really it's just all about staying healthy. I think they can beat just about any team in the NBA. I know it's basketball, the NBA. There are going to be some nights where the Warriors aren't sharp, and they're going to have to pull games out. But you look at this team, right? You look at starts at the top with Stephon Curry. Really don't get much better than that. You got a guy who can shoot you into a basketball game. Or if you're down by a certain margin, he can always shoot you into a basketball game, making the game competitive. So because of him, because of his backcourt partner in Klay Thompson, who's gotten off to a bit of a slow start, but will pick it up slowly but surely. You got them. You got Harrison Barnes. You got Draymond Green, who's one of the best passers in the NBA. There's a lot of great things about this Warrior team, and maybe it's because I'm younger, and maybe it's because my memory of those 2000 Lakers teams is a bit vague. But man, in terms of being a complete basketball team and just being a dominant basketball team, night in, night out. I mean, outside of those early Laker teams in the 2000s, in my lifetime, since I started watching basketball, there has never been a team as complete as this Golden State Warriors team. They can do it all. They shoot lights out from the 3-point line. They get easy shots whenever they want. They play shutdown defense. They got guys on the bench who can pick up their starters, whether it be Andre Iguodala or Leandro Barbosa or Sean Livingston or any of those guys. Their bench can play a lot of teams' starting lineups. And you look at those 96, 97 Bulls. Let me pull up the roster real quick. You had Michael Jordan. You had obviously Scottie Pippen. You had two All-Stars leading your franchise. You had the best player in the league, and then you had a guy who was arguably in the top 10 to 15. Now, Klay Thompson isn't nearly as good as Scottie Pippen. He's a very good player, but definitely not in the caliber of a Scottie Pippen. But I don't think he really has to be, because this NBA is different than the one the Bulls played in. So, I think he's fine. That Bulls team, hold on, I'm looking at the wrong one. Hold on, 95, 96. Is it 95, 96? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so that Bulls team, you go and you look at it. They were good, but they were not necessarily the deepest team. You go to they're about 8 deep. About 8 deep, you would say they're 8 players deep. From Jordan all the way to about Bill Wellington, they're a very pretty good team. Everybody else is just there. You got guys like John Sally, those types of guys, but they're not. I mean, no disrespect to 96 Bulls. I think they're very great. They're obviously the greatest basketball team ever, but it's crazy saying this, but they weren't even as deep as the Warriors. I mean, you talk about the Warriors, you know, Curry, Thompson, Bogut. I mean, take this like for example, take for example, Andrew Bogut's probably the fourth or fifth best player on the team, and he's probably one of the best defensive centers in the game. He's always a candidate to win Defensive Player of the Year. So you gotta always just a defensive end. He makes a huge impact on the defensive end. Now on the Bulls, their fourth or fifth best player, you know, you can make the argument maybe it was Kukoc or Ron Harper or Longley, you know, any one of those guys. But really the three is however you want. It's interchangeable: Pippen, Jordan, Rodman. But I think this Warriors team can get to the 70 game mark. I mean, they've already won 12 games. There's a lot of seasons still left to be played, but Stephon Curry seems to kind of be evolving as a player. He's shooting the ball a little bit quicker. His release is slightly quicker. I know he tinkered with his release just a little bit in the offseason, so it's a bit quicker. So he's getting shots off faster. He's seeing the floor better somehow. His handle is like somehow tighter. There's just things that he's done as a player to make himself better. And when you got a guy like that at the top of your roster, with that commitment to excellence, I think it kind of trickles down. And that's the same effect Jordan had on the Bulls. So I think the Warriors are going to win 70 games. I really do. They're going to be the first team since the 96 Bulls to win 70 games in the regular season. Now, will they go back-to-back? I don't know yet. The West is still tough. You still got, you know, San Antonio. The Clippers are in the mix. You know, you got those teams. And we'll see what happens, but I think they are. I've said that in my prediction video. I think the Warriors are going in the finals. Stephon Curry's winning the MVP award. And a lot of people really didn't pick this team to be playing this well. You know, they kind of got overlooked in a lot of the preseason predictions, and now people are paying attention because the Warriors have forced people to pay attention to them once again. So that's what it is. The Warriors off to a very hot start. They had a great win last night on NBA TV. I watched it, or was it? I think it was NBA TV. It was against the Toronto Raptors. Very competitive game. The Raptors really pushed them, and they still managed to win. And really, they turned a switch on those guys. Raptors are very competitive. DeRozan and Lowry kept them in the game, but Stephon Curry, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, all those guys, you know, they just did a great job of kind of pushing and extending the lead, and that's why they were able to beat a very good Raptors team. So. Will the Warriors win 70 games this year? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think they're that good to make that kind of accomplishment happen. But you let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe as always. Visit TrueSchoolSports.com. And until next time, take care, guys.